We're live. The Gauge is live, episode 3.
All right.
All right, here we are.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Hi, welcome. Welcome
I'm gonna
to.
scoot right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think your chair is short.
Actually, we need to straighten this out a little bit.
Get it straightened out.
There we go. All right.
That's lovely. Those pretty plants. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Hey. Welcome. I'm gonna.
I always got like 5 things I gotta do when we go live.
Right. So since Dan has to do all the technical stuff. He's tech support. But we did actually get a manager. So now we have a manager who is going to. We've tried to ask for very specific food and snacks, and we got coffee today. It's a start.
Yeah.
So
we got coffee,
which is great. She's wonderful.
I still don't have my only green Skittles.
I asked for green M&Ms, and we didn't know the other was asking for it, so we already kind of share a co-host brain.
So this is episode 3. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You don't have a watch on.
No, I don't have a watch. Now, I did prepare you for this intro.
Yes, I've been prepared.
So tonight, since last time was episode 2 and we did our movie sequels, right?
Which I was unprepared for, so I didn't know any.
This time we're doing, what is your favorite musical trio?
I have an answer.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
It would be the Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys.
Right,
all right,
so
that's a good one.
The first album that I ever bought was Licensed to Ill with my allowance.
On cassette?
On cassette when it came out.
Yeah.
And Paul's Boutique is probably one of the best masterpieces of all time that I've had to buy at least 5 or 6 times because it would always go missing from my car.
That tape would go missing from your car?
It was first a tape and then it was a CD. But yes, it would go missing. And now like those don't exist anymore because everyone just downloads music. So that's my favorite trio though. What's yours?
I mean, mine is definitely Nirvana.
That was another one.
Nirvana, I mean, is definitely one of my favorites. And then it would be Green Day, and then maybe Blink-182 after that. And then, of course, I cheated a little bit, but I have got to say TLC.
I mean...
TLC, and then, of course, Run DMC, and then that's all I had. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot more.
Those are all very good. Like, there are a ton. But yeah, I'd say Beastie Boys, but Nirvana was right up there with it as well.
Yeah. Is there anybody, what about you guys? Do you guys have any favorite trio musical acts? Let us know in the comments.
Oh my gosh, there are so many comments, I can't even read them. They're coming in so fast. So it looks like there's just too many to answer.
We got, episode 3, Revenge of the Gauge.
Oh. Cool.
We're going with the Star Wars theme.
Apparently.
So what have we been up to?
Oh, not much.
No. Not much at all.
No, we actually
just everything.
Everything. Not much, but everything. A crew of us from HomeGauge just got back from attending ASHI Inspection World 2023 in Las Vegas, and
I'm gonna sit back a little. I feel like we don't have to. There we go.
Are we like encroaching?
Yeah, let's sit back. I think we can. There we go. We can get in the camera better. There we go.
Better. We were a little aggressive, weren't we? We were all like, "We're the Gauge." So the ASHI conference was amazing. It was the first time that we've been. It's the first big conference that they've held since 2020. So New Orleans was the last conference that I went to, and this is the first conference that they've held. And it was me and Dan and Jordan and Alec from support and stuff from marketing, and we had a great time.
Yeah, we had a crew.
We had a crew
there. Yeah, the last conference I went to was Fabi in Florida, and that was 2019, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so we're kind of getting back in on the conference circuit as they are coming back up. But it was a great show. It was great to see everyone and connect and just be like, oh my gosh, we're all still here as people in real life, and chat with people about the industry and how the business is going, and see some of the vendors that we've formed relationships with and other industry partners. It was altogether awesome.
Yeah, I think the greatest thing about conferences, I think, is that not only do you get to have those face-to-face interactions and get to have more of a candid conversation, more conversations than what you would have online or in a chat box, and so it was interesting to talk to the inspectors face to face and get their input on things a little bit more than what you wouldn't normally get via email or Facebook conversations and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. For the customer facing teams, it's often the interactions are way more specific. Like there's a question or question about how to do something on their website or with the software, and this is just it's a really just neat way to more kind of naturally interact with people. And we've been going to these shows for years, so it was really good. For a lot of them, it was seeing long lost friends, that we've not seen in person in a long time. So
yeah, and the greatest thing about this particular conference and a lot of the bigger conferences is that inspectors from all around the country come to the conference, so it's not just a bunch of inspectors just from California or just from Nevada.
No, they were from all over. We could probably start name dropping.
Being able to have these first-hand accounts from the inspectors in the industry, we had first-hand accounts and we had conversations with, everyone from Scott Robertson in Washington, D.C. Mike Livingston in Palm Springs, California. And then all the way to Alex Steinberg in Boston, Massachusetts.
All over the place.
That covers the entire country.
It does. And there are points in between as well.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking of Alex Steinberg, huge congrats to Alex. He was awarded the Philip C. Monahan Award, which is ASHI's highest award for his contributions to the society and to the profession of home inspection.
It's a huge award.
It's definitely a huge congrats to Alex for that.
Yeah. That is pretty impressive, and we got him all hooked up and got it added to his site in real time. That's another benefit of being at the conference, is he just came over to the table and was like, I won this, can you add it? And we were like, done.
Done and done.
Done and done.
So you, Carly, you had a chance to go to the ASHI Women's meetup.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about how was that?
That was cool.
Yeah.
So the ASHI Women's Women in Home Inspections is a newly formed group by ASHI and the current president, Lisa. And they had their inaugural event that was an invite only at the convention. And there was a good turnout. It was the first event that they had, and it's just, women supporting women in the industry. And it's a pretty male-dominated industry, but that's been changing, and there's a lot of opportunities for women, and it's a really great way for women to connect and support one another. So we were proud to both sponsor that event and also attend it.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Do we want to talk real quick about gambling in Vegas?
Sure.
All right. Well, so there was a little bit of gambling in Vegas.
I mean, it was Vegas after all.
It was Vegas after all. So Dan was trying to teach everyone craps. Well, Dan did teach everyone craps, and I thought that was a little boring, so I played some different things.
I was trying to tell Carla that when you roll a 7 in craps, you're supposed to say, "Oh crap." Oh craps.
Yeah, that I didn't believe that.
She didn't believe it. She didn't go for it. So,
but no, we had some success. I went with the slot machines, and perhaps maybe it was a little more winning than
beginner's luck.
I mean, I just pushed buttons, and then everything went insane, and then they gave me money. So.
Beginner's luck. That's
that was pretty cool. That. Let's see, Elvis.
So let's see here. We see.
Elvis.
I hear. HG Elvis made an appearance. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's news to me. It's news to me.
It was all Paul's idea.
So Paul McIntyre came down and dressed up as Elvis, then everyone thought Elvis was Dan. So really, Paul was dressed as Elvis, dressed as Dan, dressed as It was Dan. Dan was Elvis.
Elvis made an appearance because why not?
We're in Vegas.
We're in Vegas. And so, I decided all on my own to dress up as Elvis, Elvis in Vegas. Mostly because I thought it was a fun idea to do. But the bigger point about it was, how can we stand out amongst all of the other vendors at a conference?
Aside from just our charm.
Right. Aside from just our charm and our amazing booth.
Energy
booth
and booth.
Setup.
Right.
So I dressed up as Elvis. Yes, that's correct. There's photos of it on, I think the there's photos on HomeGauge's Instagram and Facebook, more than likely. Mm-hmm. But there'll be some videos coming out. But basically, I went around and interviewed different home inspectors, just kind of talking about the industry in general, where they thought the industry is headed, what they like about being a home inspector, what they like about having their own business. So we talked to a couple different inspectors, and then we also did a little tour of the conference floor and talked to a lot of the other vendors at the conference as well. But I think the best thing about dressing up as Elvis is that it was just like a natural icebreaker.
And Dan was a really natural Elvis.
Well, I mean, I do have a little practice, but we won't go into details on that. But I might have some theater experience in my history background. Might. But it was a natural icebreaker, and I think it got people talking about HomeGauge and like, oh my God, what is HomeGauge doing over there? What kind of crazy thing that they got going on over there? But I think it brought people to the table.
Absolutely.
I had a ton of people want to take selfies.
Everyone wanted pictures, so I was trying to monetize that. So if anyone from HomeGauge Financial people up there, I did say, $5 for a picture with Elvis. So I did try, but of course we didn't charge. But I did try. Like, someone had given us $5.
Yeah, I mean, I went around as Elvis and interviewed people with my camera and my microphone, and I think people were more open to like just start a conversation.
Oh my gosh, totally. I mean, it was definitely an icebreaker, and people love Elvis. It was
Vegas. I had to.
Like, we're probably not going to do that, in some random state, but it seemed like an appropriate and fun thing to do for the show, and it was really a neat way to connect with people and talk to them.
If there was like a conference in like Nebraska, what do you think I should dress up as in Nebraska?
I don't know what is in Nebraska. I can't answer that question.
Let's see here. What did you notice about like the vendors and just a general about the vendors at the conference?
There were a lot of vendors.
There were a lot of vendors. For sure.
And many of them I've seen at multiple shows. So kind of the standard crew. I felt like there were a lot of.
I have to stop you right there.
Is it the light?
Hold on.
I did not break it.
Hold on. We have a comment that just came in. Any more lighting casualties behind the scenes? And as soon
And the
as
light went out.
As soon as you said that, the light went out. No joke.
Okay, Mertz 0227. What have you done?
Literally just
the light
went out.
went out as soon as you asked that question.
Ghost.
I don't know. I feel like this is sabotage. Just a little bit.
How crazy. Okay. So
Anyway, but that really happened.
The lighting's still good. The lighting's still fine. That was weird though.
It was. So
Okay.
now I'm just not as bright, which is cool. Can be like a little bit. I'll be a little dark over here.
I forget. Okay.
I don't know. That threw me off.
That was really
nuts.
weird. Yeah, ghosts. We got ghosts in here. Okay.
Seriously.
Vendors. So there were a lot of vendors at the conference, of course. We noticed there was a lot of radon.
Lots of radon.
A lot of radon, which, yeah. There's a lot of new technology, a lot of new machinery, a lot of like radon machines and detectors, testing,
yeah.
Radon courses that were just being offered.
And also, as kind of appropriate because January is National Radon Awareness Month, and radon is found in all of the states and is dangerous.
When is National Termite Month?
I don't know if there is one. There probably is. Maybe we should Google that. So if anyone from Web is on here, please make a note to Google that.
So I mean, but there's also, of course, the radon, of course, other software companies, and then there's drones. The drone guys were cool.
Drone guys.
They had a $13,000 drone.
Which is crazy.
$13,000. I'm pretty sure it could probably like pick me up and like put me somewhere else.
Maybe that's what it does. And they just get taken up to the roof.
There was remote, there was like the crawl space crawlers, and I got to like play around with that a little bit. So that was really cool. April is National Pest Management Month.
Oh, okay.
April.
Well, April's coming up.
April.
Let's make a note for our SEO people. New blog topic.
Yeah, new blog topics. Perfect.
Awesome. We did, aside from vendors, we talked to so many different inspectors from across the country, and as far as thoughts on the industry, like we know it's been slow for a lot of people. I mean, this economy and real estate in particular, just the industry. But it was really kind of surprising and great to hear a lot of people are staying busy, and other people are seeing like where they had been slow, that things were starting to pick back up. So overall, there was actually like, a lot of hope from people and feeling like, there are rough patches, but that, hopefully that we're heading out of it. And, they're taking this opportunity when they've been slower to, do some of the things that we're always telling people to do.
Right.
And to kind of help, build your business, and whether that's additional training on your software or, getting your Google business listing up, stuff like that. I mean, it's a great time to do it. And then you're just going to be hitting the ground running when things do pick up, which they're going to. And they are. In some places, it's already happening.
Yeah, we definitely had a lot of conversations with different inspectors because they're just like, what other things can we be doing right now since it is slow? And so, we would tell them, you could definitely be doing this with their site and that with like Google Business. There's all kinds of different things that we tell these guys. So there's always something to do for a business. All small business owners know that. All businesses know that there's always something that needs to be done, whether if it's the actual business itself, like doing the inspections, or the marketing side, or talking to agents. There's always something.
And if people listen to what we tell them to do, they do really well. So it would really be to your benefit.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
What else we got?
Also, we got. Just want to mention, we do have some upcoming conferences.
That was my drum roll.
This one, I've been told 2 different dates on. So do you have the exact date for that one?
I do.
Okay. I do know March 3rd and 4th, we're going to the Wahi conference.
Yes.
Which is in, I'm probably going to butcher this name, but it's Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. I'm sorry if it's not the correct way, but that's the Wahi conference in Wisconsin, March 3rd and 4th, and then there's another conference.
We also hear that for that conference there might be a very important special guest.
Ooh.
So you can stay tuned for that. And then the conference that Dan can't pronounce is we can also just say Fondy.
Fondy.
Okay, well, we're going to Wahi and Fondy.
Wahi and Fondy.
And then the weekend of, I believe it's March 10th and 11th. Yeah, it's not next weekend. So, but that is Nicklea, and that is the North Carolina conference.
In Carolina Beach, North Carolina.
Beach. And there will be two of our leads from support and from web will be there to talk to inspectors. The last Nicklea conference that we went to, I attended, it was in Durham, I think 2019, and it was a great conference and it's a great group of people. So we definitely hope to see you there if you're a North Carolina inspector and you plan on attending, and if you don't, you should.
Perfect. Let's see here. Will there be any HomeGauge trainings this year?
Trainings. I don't know why I just said it like that. So
you never know what's going to happen on live, folks.
Right. I mean, and you can't undo yourself once you've done it. So you just have to kind of roll with it.
I can't wait till I put together that blooper reel.
Dana keeps threatening a blooper reel of my faces, and I think that's really not very nice.
All right.
But HomeGauge trainings.
Yes, HomeGauge trainings.
So what we can say right now is that we are planning on that and we're looking at it. We are really excited to return to our in-person trainings, and that we hope to be able to announce very soon, within the next couple weeks when that training will be. So the answer to that question is yes.
I'm pretty stoked for the trainings that we'll have, because we'll have a bigger space to do these trainings in. At our old offices, it was kind of, we had a weird setup at our old office, and there was probably 5 different doors that you could pick to choose.
It was like, choose your own adventure. You're either going to training or nowhere. Yeah.
Or maybe you'd walk in and you'd just see a bunch of engineers working or something.
Right. And they're a very friendly group that greets you immediately. That's not true. No, but yes.
I like when I went in for my interview, I think I chose 3 of the wrong doors.
When I went for my interview, I had to text Russell, the owner, and say, what door am I going in? He said, if you can't find the door, you don't have the job. And I was like, oh. But then he came out and got me, obviously. So yeah, we are actually touring. So we have a conference space in a hotel that's almost adjacent to our office.
Right over there.
Right behind us. We're in the office. But we're actually touring that space tomorrow to make sure that it's going to work for us, and it will. And so that'll be super cool, and we'll have a great space for that. And
we'll be close for more hanging with HomeGauge.
Oh yeah, so we did a hanging with HomeGauge.
But I'm saying we'll be closer to all of the downtown.
Right.
For when we have
exactly
hanging with HomeGauge after the training.
Exactly.
But yeah, we did do a hanging with HomeGauge. You want to talk about that?
We did a hanging with HomeGauge at Vegas.
Yeah.
And had and some of our people showed up, and folks that we were talking to at the show were invited, and got to spend some time with them, and it was just great.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another chance for us to really have some more in-depth conversations with everyone. So I think those kinds of events are always a good thing. It's kind of the conference hall is great and the conference floor is fine, but sometimes it could get a little stuffy, if you
Well,
will. You know,
and it's so crowded always because it's usually in between the training classes that everyone's there, and can get a little it's a little hectic.
Yeah.
So this is just a little, you can unwind a bit and just hang out.
Yeah.
With HomeGauge.
Hanging with HomeGauge.
Hanging with HomeGauge.
Or hanging out with the Gauge.
Or hanging out with the Gauge.
Right here.
Right here.
All right, let's see here. We are at 6:26 here.
Uh-oh. What are we going to talk about for 4 minutes?
Does anybody else have any other questions out there in Instagram land?
Okay, bye.
I know there's a little bit of a delay sometimes, so.
Okay, I was just kidding. But yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else, I don't know that we have anything else to talk about at this moment.
Like again with the Gauge, we are trying to do this bi-weekly. On what?
Oh, next week there might be a special guest.
Oh yeah.
Or wait, the next show that we do is gonna
Yeah, so this is episode 3. Episode 4 will be in 2 weeks, which is I don't know, I don't have a calendar
the
on me.
22nd.
The 22nd, February 22nd will be the next episode of the Gauge, and there is going to be a special guest on that episode that we are very excited about. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, like I was saying, we are trying to do this bi-weekly, and just kind of keeping things casual, just kind of opening up for questions a little bit here and there, and talking about HomeGauge and everything that we do, whether if it's software or web services, the whole gambit.
You can learn more about HomeGauge by going to homegauge.com.
Yes.
On the World Wide Web. And now, regarding our special guest in 2 weeks, it's going to be a special co-host, and so hopefully Dan isn't going to replace me, but I'm going to a concert, and I've had those tickets for a while, so we're having someone else.
You do things besides work?
Sometimes. I have this one ticket, okay? I've had it for a few months. So yeah, we're gonna have someone. We'll just say it's someone from our support team, and he's gonna be great. And hopefully, I can still come back, and I'm not gonna be permanently replaced by the person who I won't name.
No.
Okay, because it's a surprise.
And then like I said last time is we're also looking to invite more people from the company on the show, of course, as well. But we're also looking to invite different home inspectors. We want to have home inspectors on the show as well. And then also maybe have different industry partners and industry vendors on the show as well. So
right, and we made a lot of people promise us at the Ashy show that they would come on our show, and so we're going to, of course, be like, "Well, you promised." And then,
we're gonna call upon those.
Yes, we're going to call upon them. So yeah, as those of you who have shown up every week and been with us since the beginning know that we've been kind of ironing this out, and this was supposed to be perfect with the lights, but then our ghosty person asked us about the lights, and this light went out
when he said that.
I know, it's crazy. So yeah, but we do have big plans for the show. We're also going to set up an email for people to send their questions in so that we can have them ahead of time as well.
Yeah, we really want to do that. We really want to set that up as well.
So we'll get a little more organized, and we'll send some updates, as over the next couple of weeks is when we're really planning on.
Yeah, this is only our 3rd episode.
It's only our third episode.
It's fine.
I'm just letting the audience know what's happening.
There's a method to the madness. It's fine.
There is a method.
But yeah, we'll set that up, and there'll be more of a general themes that we'll have for each show as well. So
exactly.
If you enjoyed this, then give us a follow, like, subscribe, all of those things, and we just had a couple more people join. I'll open up for 2 more minutes here. Is there any last minute questions?
2 more minutes,
2
late
more
joiners. Not calling you out.
We try to do this anywhere between 30 minutes
And
to
45.
45 minutes. Of course, if there's other people that want to join and have other questions, you know, we'll stay here for as long as we need to.
Of course. Oh, craps.
oh, craps.
Oh, if you just joined, we're talking about the game in Vegas.
Yeah, craps is that's my go-to.
Yes.
There's this, I'm not going to mention what company she works for, but there's one person that, this person doesn't work for HomeGauge. There's one person at the conference that lost $700 in 15 minutes playing blackjack.
Oh.
I told them, I was like, you should have been playing craps, because then you can just lose your money slowly.
Well, or you could pick the right slot machines and you could not lose money at all.
Yeah.
Which perhaps happened to someone that works here. That is me.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Well, if there is no other questions, then I think that was a good episode. Episode 3.
Good episode. At some point, I'm gonna remember to bring my clicker clacker down.
We found it.
I know. But I keep forgetting it, and then we start, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had it. And so now I could be like, and that's a wrap. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's a
so
wrap.
it's like the virtual, like. So we're done.